All right. Welcome. Good day. And hello, everyone. Welcome, Kyle. Welcome, Katie. It's good to see you both today.
Likewise.
Hey Ryan, hey Katie.
How's life treating you, Kyle? Let's start with you.
I do want to kill myself. I mean, no, I'm doing
Okay.
good. I'm doing good.
Wow.
No, I'm fine.
We we're sending 1-800 mental health or whatever. Yeah,
Yeah,
actually that's a great segue to our what's the mental health one?
I'm
What's that?
mentally irregular right now.
What's that one the podcast the big names always promote? Better Health. What's it called
Yeah,
now?
BetterHelp. That's right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like BetterHelp, NordVPN, ExpressVPN, Ground
Yeah. Oh
News.
wow, we got a lot of sponsors. I had no
Yeah,
idea. You guys are pocketing that change. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Katie, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. It's a lovely Sunday morning here. Sunny
Mm,
day. Yeah. How about you, Ryan? What's
doing
new in your
well.
world?
Well, I'm counting down to the time of this recording, counting down the time that the movers are coming. The Packers are coming in a month. Our house will be packed. We'll be in a hotel in a month before we start our trip across Canada. So I'm looking forward to that. We got a couple more recordings before that happens, but we're getting close. So it kind of feels weird.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to miss some things here, but I'm looking forward to going back home to Victoria. Yeah, for sure. Before we get started, of course, I think it goes without saying we lost a it's certainly within the realms of the Rocky franchise. If you just want to talk about that, because this is a Rocky podcast, we lost a big actor character of the franchise in part three. Of course, Hulk Hogan played Thunderlips, a very memorable scene for better for worse. Is a very memorable scene in the Rocky franchise, the charity match between wrestler and boxer. Um, yeah, I mean, I'll start with you. I'll start with you, Kyle. What is your overall fandom, if any, or thoughts on the passing of Mr. Hogan?
okay. So as a young boy, I remember watching Hulk Hogan, and I think back then it was WWF
Mm-hmm.
wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I was ever a fan of his necessarily, but never had any problems with him. Like he was just kind of a household name. That, like you knew Hulk Hogan.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Um, honestly, I don't really. I'm pretty. I don't care. Like I don't like. Even when I heard that he passed away, I'm like, all right. Or like when I saw that he was like really MAGA type of guy, I was just like, I don't know why I was slightly surprised for that for some reason. I don't know why I would be surprised, but I was just like, okay, that I guess that's okay. Like it's not like he was a childhood hero that disappointed me all of a sudden. Uh, and then when I heard he passed away, I'm like, that sucks. Like you don't want to see anyone pass away like that. Like that's awfully young. It's funny as a little kid, you'd see someone in their 70s and be like, oh, they're old. But then,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
when you're in your 40s, you realize, oh, actually, the 70s isn't really that old. Like my dad's almost 70, and I expect my dad to be around for a long time. So
Mm-hmm.
it's always tragic when you see someone kind of goes before their time. So I feel bad for his family, and I wish he could have lived a longer, happier life. But yeah, it is what it is.
Katie?
I feel very similar to Kyle. Like I wasn't like a fan, but I, definitely knew I had no like yay, nay opinions about Hulk Hogan. I do remember watching wrestling when I was a little kid with my grandpa, particularly when he was like partners with Randy Savage. Um, there was like a storyline with like Elizabeth, and it was a whole, I just
Mm-hmm.
remember that very
Mm-hmm.
vividly.
Mm-hmm.
So I, grew up with Hulk Hogan, and I guess I just, I wish he wouldn't have, you know, mired his legacy by being a racist asshole towards, so that's unfortunate because
Mm-hmm.
I think that really did put a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths that grew up loving him. And then they're like, oh, this is who he is. That's a bummer.
Yeah, I didn't know much about the racism part. Like I'm
Yeah.
not up with the times. But I
Hmm.
see there's a comment here from Simon
Yeah,
that
Simon, our
I
favorite
assume
director.
is implying like talking like a similarity between like Polly's racist comments and Hulk's. Like
Oh,
if I
yeah.
understood that right, I assume that's what he means.
Mhm, mhm. Yeah, maybe yeah, it is. Yeah,
But like,
so
did he
I'm
get caught making like racist comments type of thing? I
yeah,
assume,
yeah,
or
yeah, yeah,
yeah, okay,
yeah, like, not just once, like, a lot.
yeah,
Yeah.
So, yeah, and, whatever. Yeah, I agree though. 71 is young, so that's a bummer. But yeah, I loved Thunderlips. I loved watching him as Thunderlips. So to end on a positive note. And I know he was a hero of yours, wasn't he, Ryan?
Well, yeah, I mean, this is where it gets conflicting. Of course, when you're a child, you think of child things, and when you're an adult, you think of adult things, and you see the world in two different spectrums, of course. I mean, I'm older than both of you, not by far, but I would say by far when it comes to media. Like, my 80s was a wholly different experience than your 80s, and so forth and so forth. So I was like alive and well and old enough to remember when Hogan slammed Andre at WrestleMania 3, or when Andre betrayed Hogan. You know, we went to school. We talked about that. That was like our 9/11 as kids, man. We talked. I'm not even joking. When Andre turned heel, which means the wrestling terms went bad, and they became enemies. That was like, it was like soap opera times 1,000 for us. So like we believed it was real. Of course, I didn't know the difference between fantasy and like I didn't consider wrestling to be fake or scripted the way we know it now. It's sports entertainment. It was rebranded as such for that reason. But when I was a kid, yeah, we thought the fights and the rivalries were real, and that's what they wanted. And as a young viewer, I was engaged. And Hogan, yeah, he exemplified the character that was created by Vince and Hogan together. Yeah, the character that I watched was a movie character for me. So as a kid, yeah, I was like, I got excited when he hulked up. I got sad when he lost. I felt betrayed by the betrayal, all those things, And so those memories are very sweet for me. And I stayed up late on Saturday nights to watch the main event. In fact, no, actually, it's not true. My mom used to wake us up. She would let us, we would nap, go to sleep at 9, sleep for a couple hours. And my mom would wake us up so we could watch the main event because it came on our TV at midnight.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
Yeah. So, yeah. So if you want to just go stop, boom, full throttle stop, we're right up to almost maybe 2000. So like in my early 20s, 25, I'm 25 in year 2000 when he was now in the WCW, and he went Hollywood Hogan. And then, then all the stuff that you guys already talked about, we don't have to keep rehashing. Those things come out. Of course, there's a part of you like, sigh, because these aren't just, they go beyond some of the things he said and did. And then you even hear about just how he was in the business with some of the other wrestlers. You want to just take away the racism part, just even his co-worker part, just how he was within the business and how other wrestlers spoke of him. And sometimes when there's enough smoke, there's fire, and you kind of, you start to see, man, he seemed to be kind of selfish, and he seemed to be kind of
shocking.
Well, yeah, like I know, but see, we can shite on him that he's dead. I understand that, but there's a part of me that's just sad by it. It's sad, and it's easy to, and not that you guys are, but I've seen the public. It's easy just to dump on him, and I know it's just like he's a father, grandfather, and all those other things. So complicated human. It's complicated. So at the end of the day, my childhood ended in that sense. It's like, yeah, there's a hero the character of Hogan, not Terry Bollio. So there's two different people. Yes, we made the jokes about, Hogan has a 10-inch penis, not Terry. There's that. So that's actually funny, because that's the thing is Hulk Hogan, the character, died, yes. But then you could argue it died before Terry's death.
I'd like to say, in general, too, you have a lot of media personalities that you like, either on movies or TV shows and stuff. And it's pretend, right? Like they're a character. And some of them turns out to be really awesome people in real life, too. But a lot of them aren't, And it's that's actually for, this might be a little not the best for this podcast, but I'm not a huge fan of Sly Stallone. I've said that before, but I'm I don't really dislike him, but I'm not if I met him, that'd be okay, but it wouldn't be that big of a deal to me. But I like the Rocky character, right? That's, and for me, I can compartmentalize those things. And there's probably I think there's certain lines you cross though where it ruins the character, and I think that's different for everyone. So
it has to be. Of course, yeah, your threshold is going to be different.
I think a line that would be the same for anybody would be if you found out, and I'm not saying these people are, I'm just saying if you found out they abuse children or something.
Of course,
that.
There's something.
Then it's everyone that mars it for everyone pretty much.
Yeah,
they're no, that's not cool. I don't even like this character anymore because of that.
Yeah, it'd be tough.
But then it's you dial it back a bit. People have different lines.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Yeah.
guess he had an opportunity to just have a more positive legacy. So
Yeah.
that's disappointing. But I will say, he embodies the 1980s. Like he's iconic. So, you can't ever take that away from him.
Yeah, so there's two different. I think Hogan is the example of completely two different things regarding the character and the person, because he really was just Hogan. Like he didn't even do anything else really. So that you could argue Sly has done other things, or other celebrities, or even musical artists have done other things. Regarding Hogan, he really was just two things. So the thing that I grew up and loved, of course, was the character. I mean, the human part of Terry. I never even followed him on social media. So it is what it is. Yeah. Rest in peace. And that's what Simon's saying. He was just kind of making a joke. He was, easy joke against Hogan. Rest in peace, brother.
I like he said brother at the end.
Yeah,
too.
that's right. I know.
Brother.
I think like it's interesting, whenever these celebrity deaths come up, and some people have like really strong reactions, and that used to kind of puzzle me. Because part of me would say, like, you don't even know this person. And you hear about people dying all the time, right? And it's like, you can't get sad every time you hear that someone dies, or you'd be in a constant state of depression. Because there's stuff like that happens all the time. And I was thinking, like, well, why is it? And I think kind of something Ryan said earlier, like for me, how I make sense of it, where it's like, part of your sadness is not that this person died because you don't have a connection to them personally, but it's like, that's part of your childhood's gone now. Like it kind of reminds you of your mortality. It reminds you that like life moves on. Like it's
coming after you, brother. That's
yeah,
that's what it does to me.
Yeah, like you feel like your childhood feels farther away when the people you watched during your childhood are all dead. Like my grandma's 97. There's no actor from her childhood that's still alive. Like
Clint
they're
Eastwood,
all
maybe?
gone. What's that?
Clint Eastwood, maybe.
Yeah, well, I think my grandma's older than Clint Eastwood.
Oh, he's 97. Yeah, by a couple of years, not by much.
He was a kid when she was a kid, right? Like all the adults when she was a kid, all gone.
Oh yeah, all gone.
So it's like I think that's kind of where, at least my theory is, that's kind of why it hits you so much.
Well, it certainly plays into it for sure. Or a music artist has gone too soon. You're like, oh, they'll never play another new album. Or it's always a lot of mixed different. It's your emotional connection. They've elicited an emotion in you. Usually it's positive. If you like a celebrity, it's a positive emotion. So when they go, especially when they go too young, like Heath Ledger or Brandon Lee, when you're a fan of these people when they're young, you're like, oh, I really enjoyed this, and that enjoyment is gone. So yeah, you're sad that they're dead, but there's that, not to say selfish, but the entertainment part of you, which is what they are. They're entertainers. You're like, oh, I'm not going to be entertained by that individual anymore. It's over. So there's that sadness too, that the enjoyment part's gone too, right? All right. So rest in peace to Mr. Hogan. And to, of course, peace to his family and grandchildren, children, what they're going through. And yeah. All right, let's move on. We got some good stuff here. Let's do the messages first. Katie?
I just liked Simon's comment there, which is definitely true. You feel that when these celebrities about your parents' age die too.
Yeah. Well, the comment for audio listeners was, there's a psychological effect when your parents pass. You suddenly feel not a child and more next in line of your mortality. Yeah. No, for sure.
Yeah. Like I was kind of fortunate that when I was a kid, like my grandpa died and that was about it of people I knew who passed away. Like it isn't until like recently that like people I have known have started passing away.
Yeah.
And it's like, it does change things for you. You see things differently.
Well, hopefully you guys come to my funeral. I'm older than you. I should pass away before you. So if
I'll be old as fuck, I might not even know who you are at that point.
I feel like I already have dementia. Well, I would like to meet you in person before. I hope the first time I head to your neck of the woods is not for your funeral.
the open casket. Yeah, I know. We're online friends. You're right.
Hey, Katie,
we're barely friends. You're right.
You got to do it.
No, that's not what I said. I want to actually meet you in person before I go to your funeral.
You could give me a handshake at the casket. Hey, Ryan, it's nice to meet you. Sorry to see you go.
Hey,
what did you say, Kyle?
Rocky Balboa just showed up in Vancouver to see his son. So that's what you have to do. You just have to go to Victoria unannounced.
You just have to show up at the door, and I'll
show up with a duffel bag, and then tell one of Ryan's kids he looks just like his mother.
That's awesome.
Uh,
And Simon says he'll put a chair in the tree near our grave, so
Yeah.
Simon will visit.
Perfect.
He'll visit all the time. Okay, we appreciate the not tangent, but that obviously is big news within the Rocky world. A big character and a very notable character, Thunderlips, has passed on, and the Mountain of Lust is now cool. He's not
A
just
mountain
big
of
rock.
dust.
A mountain of dust. Oh, there you go.
Good one.
Sorry.
All right. So what do we have for YouTube comments?
Eccentric View says, I was disappointed that Rocky 3 and 4 were not acknowledged in this movie. But after watching your show at 46 minutes and 20 seconds in, he does say something about Rocky 4. Wow, thanks, guys. I would never have noticed. I like Rocky Balboa now. We need to check if that's only in the director's cut. Yeah, we were wondering that if it was just in the director's cut or not when he talks about training in Russia, right?
I think
I'd have
that's
to go
just the
back.
director's cut. I'm quite sure that was not in the film release.
So either way, we know that Gino, our favorite Australian Italian, he isn't a big fan of the sixth film, and so now he's starting to like it a little bit more because of our coverage, is what he's saying, because we're getting those little nuggets out. So there you go. Yeah. Happy to help.
Pilsung Korean Kickboxing says, hey guys, great show as always. Off topic. Have you seen the trailer for the new movie produced by Sly's Balboa Productions? It's a biopic of British boxer Prince Nassim Hamed. No.
Well, we are right now. Here we go.
Solid shot from Hamed. It's a knockout! Oh my God!
Are you the Irishman that runs boxing gym? My children, they are having trouble at school.
How'd you get that cut on your lip?
Same when you got that bent nose.
You're unbelievable.
100 wannabe fighters have walked through that door. You've got what they haven't. And they hate you because you're different.
I'll just ignore him.
Embrace it. It'll make you stronger. You could be champion of the world. I'll give every inch of my heart. If he can fight like this now, his size, his age, who's going to stop him when he's a man?
There he is, the new Ali. Ali Farber, more like.
It's working.
It's hardly an Adidas commercial.
Show the bastards you're better than them.
I've been ready for years. Who's next?
You're unbelievable. Brendan, it's Frank Warren.
Boxing's no longer for old men in suits. It's for boys that want the swagger, the razzmatazz.
The Nazmataz.
I show you, Paul.
The whole bloody country's talking about you.
You shouldn't take credit for my success.
The two of you, it feels like you're drifting apart.
I'm not sure it's too much for you now, Brendan.
Knock it off!
I was like a father to you. You're selfish and arrogant.
You nurtured that arrogance.
If you climb close enough to the sun, you'll cast the shadow of a giant.
Let's tear it up.
Hamed has done it! The Prince is champion of the world!
Who's more important, the trainer or the fighter?
All right. Well, there you go. There's the trailer for Giant. I'm gonna ask Kyle first. Have you heard of that boxer?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So
I didn't like him actually.
Well, I was gonna say, what's your knowledge or thoughts on him as a person, personality, boxer?
I am not that knowledgeable about him, especially his personal life. I don't know anything about it. I've just seen him fight.
Okay.
I'm not someone who, I don't know. There's just something about him that bugged me in the ring. Like he kind of like goofed off too much, and it was like
they're sort of showing that in the trailer a little bit. It looks like.
Yeah. Like he was like, he's kind of that someone you like to hate, in the sense that like he's just usually arrogance. For me, I don't like. Now, it's kind of a contradiction, because I'm a big Muhammad Ali fan, who is like, he was like that too, right? I'd say he had kind of a different charisma, maybe. I'm not sure, but like there's a video of him getting kind of humbled by this, I think, like Mexican or Cuban boxer. That I really enjoyed watching. But that said, it's like, I think it's an interesting Yeah, that's right, Baz. He did get sent to prison. I can't remember why though. It is interesting, like seeing a biopic like that, maybe seeing like, where that arrogance comes from, and like, you know, maybe that's a defense mechanism because of like, you know, being bullied or something in school, and you know, you can kind of maybe reframe. I could maybe like after watching that reframe the way I see him.
Yeah, he had a pretty incredible record, professional boxing record, 31 wins by knockout, 0 losses by knockout, then 5 wins by decision. The one loss only by decision, that was probably by the Mexican Marco Antonio Barrera in
that's right.
2001 of April. Wow. So that's a pretty impressive record.
Yeah, I guess if you're going to be arrogant, it's good that you could back it up, right?
Right. Yeah, that's true.
Katie, what are your thoughts on the trailer?
Oh, I am so jazzed now.
Wow.
I mean, the music got me going. Pierce Brosnan. I was never a fan of Pierce Brosnan until he got old. Like his character.
Interesting.
Like I like him now. I like the parts he plays. Like Mobland, he was awesome in Mobland.
Still have to see that. It's a good show though.
Oh, it's great with Tom Hardy.
Oh yeah. Well, I love Tom.
I like things like the time period, like he, England in the 80s.
Right.
The guy, I didn't catch it. They showed it, and I didn't catch the guy's name that plays Hamid is good looking. So that's always something for me.
Amir El Masri.
I thought he's a good looking guy. I don't know. I like, rough and tumble stories of like poor parts of England. I don't know. And boxing movies. So I am really jazzed for this story. How about you, Ryan?
I would like to see it, and it kind of ties into a Facebook message that we got, and you have it in your email. But we can discuss it right now. Dan O'Neill sent us a message, but in that message, he just basically says, "Oh, it's going to be sad when you guys are done." But my response to that is, I think we're still going to tackle, if you guys are up for it, don't put you on the spot. I think we're still going to tackle boxing movies, but it won't be bi-weekly, probably like maybe once a month, once every 3 weeks, because you got to watch a movie now once for every episode. But we're gonna continue our boxing movie journey. So there you go, Katie. I think you have a
running list. I'm going to add this to it.
Sorry, there you go. So this looks like it was one. Maybe we could even start off with a new one, and this could be one we could start off with, because it is, as we saw in the trailer, executive produced by Mr.
Great little tie in there. No, I'm super jazzed for this. I had no idea. So thanks, Pilsung, Korean kickboxing, for bringing that up.
Now Simon brought something up here regarding our email with Gino. Said the restaurant reference to Rocky IV in the director's cut is actually a different take in the theatrical. He says, I heard mixed voice and dug down deep in the theatrical Rocky III reference, maybe. Oh, so it is different. So Simon's confirming that indeed the director's cut talk of the training in Russia is only in the director's cut. There you go.
Okay, good to know.
All right, thank you, Simon. Okay.
Andy Grew has a couple of comments.
Oh, he's back. Andy's back. Okay, let me guess. Are we measuring up yet, or
I don't know. I'll have to find out. Andy says, we have to remember that Robert's issues are addressed by Rocky directly. I believe their rift was nothing more than Robert being in Rocky's shadow. I'm more interested in what happened between Rocky Balboa and the end of Creed 2.
Yeah, we don't really get exactly why do we ever really find out why? I know he had work
making up.
I can't call him. I can't even talk to him on the phone. Apparently, how they can't even talk on the phone. And to be fair to Rocky, Robert's not picking up the phone.
Yeah,
why isn't the son? I've said it before, but maybe I haven't to you guys. I don't like it when the onus is put on one individual for not calling. I don't get you know what I mean by that. Like, let's say our podcast is over and we say which might happen one day. We go our separate ways, with podcasting, us three, and then 6 months go by and I never talk to Kyle, and Kyle's steaming. He's like, oh, Ryan, what a dick. He's never reached out. He's never reached out and said hi to me, but I'm like, Kyle, what a dick. So what I mean is, whose fault is it for not talking? It's a weird concept that they're both not calling each other, but the onus is on.
You're right. It is fucked up.
But the father, it's different. We're peers, but Rocky's the father. So I do put slightly more onus on Rocky, but I agree.
In this situation, you're saying the father is more responsible to call.
Yeah.
Okay, Kyle.
I think that's like a difference in like family culture stuff too. Like I know in my wife's family, it's kind of like the younger person is kind of the onus is on them to call, but like other people, it's the onus on the parents.
That's what I mean. It's all.
I'm gonna
there's
say
no
this
rule.
though. I'm gonna say this: guys in general are really bad
Yeah, that's true.
at maintaining relationships
Mhm.
with other guys. Like it's, I actually
Yeah,
was
that's
bitching about
true.
this the other day, where it's like a lot of my guy friends, I've stopped calling them because it's like,
He's just telling this to me
yeah,
to give me the heads
yeah.
up that
No, Ryan, I got because it's like I'm sick of being the one who calls all the time. You know
Yeah,
what I
that's
mean?
true.
Or
That's fair.
initiates things. I'm
Yeah, it
just
can't be
like,
a one-sided deal.
yeah, it's got to be reciprocal to a
Mhm.
degree, and maybe
Yep.
if it's a father-son thing, it's different. But like, I think even then, Katie, you'd agree that like there, even if the onus is a bit more on Rocky, it's not entirely on Rocky.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't disagree. I just think like in a parent-child relationship, granted they're both adults now, but they're not on equal footing. Like you're the parent, like I don't know. But we don't see why, what happened. They made up at the end of Rocky Balboa. So what happened, So to Gru's point. Yeah.
We just don't know what that's the point though. It's like I wonder what the rift was. I'm
Mhm.
still in your shadow. I'm in Vancouver now. Okay, now you're out of his shadow, Robert. The shadow which she's gone. You're in Vancouver, Canada, different country, different side of the world. Now call your dad.
It's incongruent with what we're shown in the movies, so they should at
Yes,
least
every
make
movie ends
mention.
with them being
Yeah.
happy.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think sometimes too, it's just awkward talking to people. Sometimes, like certain people you vibe with more than others.
That's true too. Yeah, that's.
And it
I
might
think
just
that's. I
be
think
that
that's
like
they're
you
just
call
great
dad and it's like
conversations.
awkward and weird and it's just a chore to keep the conversation going the whole time. And so it's like you don't
Maybe
say
that's
to
why
yourself,
my
I'm
adult
never
kids
gonna
don't call
talk to
me.
him. You don't say like
So,
I'm never gonna talk to him, but I'm gonna say like, oh, maybe I'll call tomorrow. And
And
then
you keep
tomorrow
pushing it off.
comes,
yeah,
I'll call
Mhm.
next
that's fair.
week. Or,
Mhm.
but,
Mhm.
maybe you should call and be like, hey, your grandson just was born. Maybe you want to come visit. Maybe I'm inviting you to come out and visit. Like the idea that you just met, like that you don't fucking know what your grandson looks like.
Yeah, that's wild.
That's
That
weird.
is
That's the weird.
insane. Like that's next level
That's what I mean.
separation.
That's the kind of
Yeah.
stuff you do when you're mad. Like
Yeah.
you're never seeing your grandchild. Like we don't get that kind of thing. So why are they not even sending pictures?
Mhm.
Like here's your hey dad, Merry Christmas. Here's our family photo.
Yeah, because clearly Rocky doesn't have a smartphone or whatnot, so it's not like they can
Sure.
text pictures, so they would have to like actually physically
Mail.
mail.
Yeah,
But even I know that's a huge pain in the ass, more of a pain in the ass than sending an email.
true.
But Christmas cards, yeah,
That's what I mean.
at
That's what I mean.
least.
Like a yearly. Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
Or yeah, if I was Rocky, if I lived, if my daughter moved out to the East Coast and it's 1985, so there's like I would be like I'd call her on the rotary phone and be like, hey, could you send me a picture? I'd like to have a picture of my grandchild. If I didn't, I'd probably visit, but like if I
Mhm.
didn't visit, I'd at least want that.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Simon says maybe Robert's Canadian wife hated Rocky. Canadians are known for the rudeness. That's true.
It's true.
That's very true.
We're not as
Yeah.
polite as people think we are.
Yeah.
I will say that. But
I really wish we saw Robert's wife. I bet you she was hot. Anyways.
I'm kind of glad we don't.
Oh, really? I think that would
Yeah.
have been nice to see her because I just Milo could have easily nabbed a beautiful woman. All right.
Of course he could. Yeah.
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 All right.
Okay.
So what's next from Mr. Gru?
Yeah, he says, so Andy, another comment from him. He says, if the theory about Adrian is true, wouldn't the restaurant be called something else? Adrian was too humble. I think they were okay. Rocky opened the restaurant after Adrian died.
It's not true because
Yeah,
it established
the
in 1990.
timeline. Yeah, she was still alive based on the timeline.
And I
there's-
know Gru's
it's in text in the film. You can't argue
Mhm.
that.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's what I was going to say to Gru. Gru is very smart and he's knows these movies very well. But it says established 1995. There's no way around it. This restaurant was opened during Adrian's lifespan in the film.
Yeah, you would think they call it Rocky's because the name would draw people.
Yeah.
Well, I think this was Rocky's. This was Adrian's turn to have something. She supported him this whole time. She's a good cook, even though she uses a lot of garlic. And maybe it was his idea to open it like, here you go, here, look, he even surprised her. But he, because technically she maybe is too humble to have it be called Adrian's, but he would have insisted it be called Adrian's because it was like a gift.
Do you think all the boxing pictures went up after she died? Like, do you think he kind of
Probably.
had to rebrand that restaurant? Like, he wouldn't change the name, but you think he had to kind of change like the whole way, like the whole reason people came there after she was gone? Or do you think he was still doing the hosting and talking about the fights and all the boxing pictures while she was still running the restaurant?
I think it was a natural evolution that people were like, "Oh, this is Rocky's wife." And then they started to come and ask things. And then just maybe naturally over time, that became his thing. And then, particularly after she died, maybe he put up more fighting pictures and stuff, especially once they moved into the fancy neighborhood.
Baz says that he agrees with Adrian being humble. Definitely them. Sorry, he believes that the photos of her went up after her death.
Yeah, I agree. I
Mhm.
agree.
All right. All right. Andy says something else, I think, or no?
No, I don't think
Go ahead.
so.
Okay. All right.
Oh, yeah, no. Oh, I missed the first one. Despite your helping me with my eyesight, I still missed one, Ryan.
It's all
Yeah,
good. It's all good.
His first one is Robert and Rocky's issues mirror Sly and Sage. I truly believe that Sly was talking to Sage in the big speech.
Yeah, I think we mentioned that before, at least once or twice before. I mean, not to take away from Gru, that's a pretty standard. I think most people feel that way. That the speech that Rocky is saying to his son, Sly kind of feels about family in general, or not just even family, his brother.
Mhm.
Any kind of shadow talk. So I would almost think it'd almost be more at Frank, because I know Sage, to his degree, or sorry, to his credit, was in movies, was directing. He did the movie Daylight with Sly. I don't think it was so much. I wonder at times if it was directed at Frank too, because Frank always talks about his life and being in. He talks constantly about being in Sly's shadow, quite frankly. And I know this as an expert in Frank Stallone.
You do. I'm curious. That's a good point that you bring up, Ryan. I'm curious if that's a thing that came late, like in the last 30 years, or if he was always that way.
He's always been that way.
Okay.
Frank, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. All right, good stuff. I think we got some Facebook messages. No.
From
Okay.
Jared Talkstein. Also, the scene I was referring to with the mixed up headstones is around 1 hour and 17 minutes into the movie. So we haven't
So it'll
gotten
be
to it yet.
episode 40 by the time
Yeah,
we get.
we haven't gotten to it yet. Rocky is sitting in front of a tombstone that we are meant to believe is Adrian's, but on the far right side of the frame is Adrian's tombstone. So whose tombstone is he talking to? Oh, we'll have to watch out for that.
Okay, hour 17. Okay, all right.
He then
Presumably,
says,
it's a real tombstone, right?
yeah, I think
So
so,
it's
right?
like, imagine how would you feel if like your relative's tombstone's in that movie and Sly Stallone's talking to it?
That's awesome.
I guess depending on how you feel about the Rocky films,
Yeah.
you know. He says, I know they say that Adrian's headstone is an actual granite headstone that is in the cemetery, but I think it's pretty obvious that this is a fake headstone that can be moved around. It looks like Adrian's headstone is in a different spot in every movie it appears in. It seems to shift between spaces in Rocky Balboa, Creed, and Creed 2. Well, just like everyone's ages.
I was just gonna say
it's the quantum reality of the Rocky universe where it's like things are never the same. There's like a bunch of different alternate universes and realities, and like it's not our Newtonian linear brains cannot we can't quantify how it works. It's just beyond our understanding. We just have to accept it.
Every time Rocky goes into the graveyard, where's the headstone? I don't see the headstone.
Oh my God, you guys, I used the kid reference yesterday.
Oh, he did.
Oh, I hate that I have to explain it to people though, because
yeah,
I was out with friends, day drinking per usual, and my friend Jessica, who does have a like 10-month-old baby, and she was referring to him. She kept saying, we had to take the kid to the blah blah blah. She like 4 times she said the kid, and I was like,
awesome.
Oh my God, you're just like Rocky. You don't ever call him by his name.
The kid, that's great. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, and then Dan, you had just mentioned it, but he was just listening to the second one. Great job, guys. Keep it up. It almost gets me through my day. Runs still. I've been listening longer than most. Should email more, but I'm still here. It will be a shame when you wrap Rocky Balboa. And like you said, I don't know if
we're still going to do it.
If people want to listen, to us break down boxing movies and me drool over the hot bods.
That's right. Yeah, you're gonna get a fest of men
Uh-huh.
in workout regimes and
Mhm.
shirtless men. Kyle and I are might have to switch teams for that run. Okay, this is great. We have our first voicemail. So Michael of the Screeners podcast did it. He answered the call.
Nice.
It's almost like we're having like a podcast within a podcast. So let's check it out. Here we go. And we get to hear Michael. We've heard his emails or we've read his emails. He's a very smart guy and very intelligent sounding. Let's see if he sounds as smart as he sounds.
Heard in your last episode that you were looking.
Wait 1 second. I got to remove the old one first. 1 sec. There we go. Let's try that again.
Best. Hi, Ryan, Katie, and Kyle. This is Michael Burgett of the Screen Nerds podcast. Heard in your last episode that you were looking for voice messages, and so thought I would send one along to you. And really enjoying his podcast as always. Great work. And just wanted to share some thoughts on episode 3. First off, the interior design of Adrian's, it reminds me of classic Hollywood restaurants. If you remember, like the Brown Derby and some of those ones in old Hollywood where there would be photos and autographs of celebrities that would be covering the walls all around. I feel like that's kind of the vibe or the aesthetic there in Adrian's. And I think maybe that's what Sly was wanting to go for there. With that look. I know it does kind of look cluttered and everything, but that really is kind of what it reminded me of in watching that scene. As far as Rocky telling the story with the patrons there and then kind of chiming in with answering like with the bell and saying, if I could, I would. I always took it as the patrons had heard it before.
Yes!
And they just loved hearing the stories and being involved.
You guys are sorry, Michael's on my team. That's all because you guys were both like, no, they just filled in the words because they
Yeah.
No.
I swear that was the conversation.
Said. Go back to the other episode. We were we both
I misremember.
Ambiguous.
You were ambiguous.
It could go either way.
I did say it could go either way, but I did lean more towards it could go either way, but even if they hadn't heard it before, he kind of guides them like, if I could, what comes after that, you guys?
Yeah.
So it could go either way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just saying how I feel. I honestly don't know. Like to me, it's a 50-50. The way it could go.
Yeah. You were more ambiguous. Katie was more. Though ambiguous is always a diplomatic answer. Yes, we could always just say for everything, it can go either way. I strongly believe that they've heard it more than once. And that's why they were like, the bell or the ring. And
okay.
So Michael and I are on the same page, but we could be the only two people. We could literally be.
I don't think so. I think lots of people would think that.
Yeah.
Like okay, if I had to pick a side, like if we're doing like a debate challenge, and I've been assigned to the side of that they've heard it before, what I would argue is a restaurant like that has regulars. There's only so many stories, so like we don't know if they're regulars or not, but like if they were, which is like certainly possible, then they would have heard these stories a lot, and then they would be following along. So, like I imagine that a restaurant like that has people that like go on a regular basis, so it's reasonable. It's totally reasonable. It could be like that.
You guys just have to understand. No offense to you guys, I'm often 2-1. You go back and so like every time I have an idea, it's like you guys are always in agreement over mine. So it's nice to have somebody in my corner. So thank you.
It might be like Kyle and I are more similar in age. I don't know if that's maybe has anything to do with it. Like our viewing perception.
Doesn't mean I'm right. I'm probably never right about anything. That's usually the case, but
no, I was just finding, I'm like, well, yeah, that I think you're probably right about that, Ryan, but I just wonder if it's just like our viewing perception is different because
maybe, sure. That generational, it is a little bit of a gap. Yeah, for sure. Okay. Thanks, Michael. This is not long, but it is long, which is fine. This is great. So this is like a 4-minute voicemail. So it's like a podcast within a podcast. And so Michael's showing us why he's a good podcaster. There you go. Yeah.
In participating in it. And I think Rocky is just gracious as a guy that he is and allowing them to join in on it. It's like fans quoting lines of films to actors or fans describing events that happen to former athletes. And they're just so excited to be a part of that and sharing that with the people that they're, their heroes, the people that they look up to. And so I kind of took it that way. It wasn't any kind of like patronizing or feeling sorry for Rocky. They're just genuine fans, and they probably have heard those stories, and they're just involved in it too. And Rocky is gracious in letting them kind of get involved with the ding and everything like that. And so that's how I took that scene right there. I didn't take it as something where they were feeling sorry for Rocky. It's like they're just genuinely excited and being a part of that. One thing is I never noticed before about the story of Rocky IV that Rocky is telling when he gets the news from Isabella that Robert couldn't make it. It's because that's in the director's cut. In the theatrical cut, Rocky is saying at that point, I just kept hearing Mickey's voice in my head over and over again. I just dug down, and before you know it, it was toe to toe, and that's when he gets interrupted. And then we see from that point it transitions to showing where the train's overhead and then panning down to when Rocky's standing outside the pet shop. Also, too, there is in the theatrical cut when Rocky is with the patrons and they all say salute together, it then immediately cuts to Mason Dixon's mansion when he goes outside and he gets in his car and he starts watching highlights of his fight that we saw at the beginning of the film. And then it cuts back to Isabella getting the phone call and then informing Rocky of Robert not being able to be there. Whereas in the director's cut, the Mason Dixon scene isn't until Rocky goes to meet Paulie in the factory, which is what is going to be coming up here in the next episode. So just thought that was interesting how they took the Mason Dixon scene and moved it over and then included in the Rocky and Paulie scene there. Again, great job as always from y'all. Really enjoy listening to y'all break things down and really appreciate the work that y'all put into it and just the camaraderie that y'all have. And so again, really enjoy your work. Keep it up, and hope to listen to more of y'all's great insight as we continue on.
Well, it's very sweet of you. Wow.
That was a really great voicemail. Thanks, Michael. And the work, Ryan does all the heavy lifting. So thank you so much for doing that, Ryan.
Oh,
the
no,
show.
no worries. No, it's a pleasure.
Simon is also on your side too. Oh, sorry to interrupt.
Oh, no, that's fine. Yeah, Simon says he always thought too that they were regulars who like the stories and the connection with Rocky, like locals at a bar. I think that's the key. They're probably locals. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That would be like if that was real. Like say there was a restaurant in Philly where you had a heavyweight champion as the host that tells stories.
Sure.
That would be a major tourist attraction in Philly.
Well, it looked busy. It looked full.
Yeah, like you would have no problem filling tables in that place. Like no matter how bad the food was, like you're there. You're there to see Rocky. So like I imagine it would have like regulars there, but like you'd also have people coming in. Anyone who's visiting Philly would go to that place.
Hey, to be fair, we know it's a regular. It's a street corner dude. He's been with Rocky since the street days. So at least we have that regular, and that's probably his friends. And maybe that other guy could have been one of the street corners who just maybe put on a little bit of weight for all we know.
Yeah, they really turn their lives around. Then they can afford to go to that.
They can afford that, sure.
Yeah.
Well, the street corner named Frank, he became a bit of a pop star with that song "Pushin'" that he played in the hotel of Rocky III. So great stuff. So if you want to be like Michael, the Screen Nerds podcast, send us a voicemail. I believe it looks like what he did was he literally sent me a voice file and emailed it to us. So that's how you can do it.
Okay.
So yeah, it's easy to do. Yeah. Michael can do it. Anybody can. No.
Yeah.
Thanks,
and that was very well thought out too.
We should give Ryan's personal cell number out and people can send voice to text voice messages to him. So I think
his mailbox would be full.
Oh, please. No.
Not voicemail, but like, you could send a voice message via text.
Oh, right.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
Yeah.
I did want to comment on something he brought up about
of
the difference in when they show Mason Dixon getting in his car. to that super sweet car, whatever it was. I think that was it just to show us that the capability of the car had like that you could watch film. Because why would you go into your car from your mansion to watch film?
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that. I'm like, this is weird. Well,
Good
I'm
point.
gonna reserve my comments.
Yeah, when we get to that scene. Okay.
Yeah, I just thought of that. Like, was it just to show us the coolness of it?
Yeah, that's a good point. And I just want to also say thanks, Michael and Jared, who both have given us like theatrical versions. Because I admit, we're only watching the director's cut right now as a group. And I've only seen let me rephrase it. I've never seen the director's cut. So I should make that clear. Maybe I haven't. This is my first time. As we're going through the director's cut together, the three of us, I'm seeing things for the first time.
Same.
Okay. So I don't know Rocky Balboa. The film I know the best would be, of course, 1 and 4. If you want to get down to brass tacks, those are the two I've seen the most. So I could probably catch, like, let's say there was heaven forbid, the first Rocky film was recut by Sly or whatever. I would be able to know, oh, that's not what happened. Like, I would be able to catch that right away. With Rocky Balboa, I'm not sure. In fact, we're getting proof right now. I didn't even realize they cut the Mason already in the theater. I'd forgotten that. So I know the scene he's talking about, so that's amazing. So the director's cut, what I'm getting at, is not just the deleted scenes inserted. They really cut things and changed. There was some some pieces were moved around front, back, forward. So this is great. So I really appreciate the listeners talk about the heavy lifting, guys. Thank you so much, because I don't have that kind of time or energy to really do frame by frame difference. So thank you. So, but that's interesting. The director's cut truly is a different film. Interesting.
Yeah, this whole time I'm gonna be like, was that in the original? I don't know.
Yeah. Well, we're already doing it. Maybe that's why, because it already feels like jarring, like because your brain's like, I don't remember it being this way. So yeah, interesting. Okay, so where we last left off, Mr.
Are we doing trivia?
Oh my gosh. I don't mean oh my gosh in a bad way. My brain. Hey, this is fine. We're gonna probably do 40 episodes of season 6. This is good.
You stick a few hard ones. That's all.
Did we place a wager? Remember at the beginning, I thought it would be the same as Rocky 5, and you're like, no, it's going to be way less.
I thought
it is probably going to be way less. It might be.
Which is fine. I'm fine. I can do this forever, but because when it's over, it is over. We're not doing Rocky ever again. So okay.
When it's over, it's over.
It's over. All right.
We're going to be like Sly, where we keep saying it's the last one, and we're like, wow, maybe we'll do one more.
There might be that Rocky prequel series that comes out. We'll have to cover.
Yeah.
Okay. What is the name of the pet store? Okay. What is the name of the pet store?
Oh my God! How do I not know this?
Don't.
Wait, that pet store. What pet store?
I assume. Oh, the pet store. That's not the one that Adrian worked at. Then where they got the dog, where they got Punchy. I'm sure.
No, because that was the shelter.
Yeah. Well, okay. Well, I don't know, guys. Give 2
answers. You know what?
Like Philadelphia City.
I think
Philadelphia
he means
shelter or something.
They go on a tour, and the pet store is there. It is a pet store, and we see the name of it.
Okay. Yeah, there must be a pet store in the film. I can't recall. I only know the one from the films, which isn't the answer he's looking for. But I put it down just in case. What is Dixon's nickname? Oh, there we go. Finally. True or false? Rocky gets headaches from the train. I hear that train every day. How did Adrian die? Do I get points for making a joke or?
Sure.
Okay, thank you. What is the name of the girl that annoyed Rocky at Lucky 7? Oh, now what's her name?
I feel like this is a repeat.
This is a repeat question.
What was the other question that we had from that one?
Well, actually, we didn't do it last time. I have all the questions here.
Who says do I? Okay, no, I'm just.
No, I think what happened is, Katie. I think he said that question, but then we didn't answer it because we realized it was more than the 5 questions. Because I'm looking at the last 10 questions we've done. Like it's on the same piece of paper.
Yeah, it was who called somebody like there was like a pig reference. Like who called? I feel like that was the question.
Yeah.
That's the first question. Who says what are you doing with that pig?
Yeah, it's the same person.
Same answer.
Yeah,
Well, it might
that's
be.
me.
Then put
Yeah,
down the
yeah,
same.
okay.
What was her name? Oh, I think I know her name, but I'm like 50-50 on it. I'm like, fuck.
No, I
Man,
forgot.
I'm getting
Either way, if it's the same name, I
roasted.
still forget it anyway. So I put down a different name. Okay, here we go with the answers. That's
We're
right. That
doing
was the
answers
first
right away?
question. Yeah. Oh, that's right. We're not.
Well, let's just do them now.
Okay, sure. All right. Who says? Who says we're doing the pig? So the answer to that question was Angie from the Lucky Seven bar. So that's the answer. So what is the name of the girl that annoyed Rocky at Lucky
Same
Seven? So
thing.
yeah,
It's the same
but
person.
don't get mad at Rocco. Jesus, he's just a little 15-year-old, 14-year-old kid who made this book. We're not like analytical adults like us, right? Oh, now that I see the name of the what is the name of the pet store? What did you put, Katie?
Well, it's it's like initials tropical fish, either AM.
Good job with that part.
I put J&M tropical fish.
You're probably right. I put either
JM. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I put either TC or AM tropical fish, but is it?
Kyle got it right.
Okay. Darn it! I got tropical fish right.
You did get that part right, but Kyle got the most correct answer, so you get the point, Kyle.
I think it's pronounced the correctest. I think that's
yes, it is the most correctest.
What'd you put, Ryan?
I couldn't remember. I just put Glories again, just in case it was Glories again, but yeah, the pet shop's gone. What is the Knicks? Oh yeah, the line. I don't think anyone didn't get that. So
yeah, you got to know your history, man. You got to know.
Now, true or false, Kyle? I'll go with you. I wrote down my answer, but I don't. It was 50-50. True or false? Rocky does indeed get headaches from the train.
I put false. I think it was Paul. You said that. But I think maybe he said that in 5. Like
I put true because he does in 5. He gets headaches from it in 5. So
I thought it was Paul. You said that though.
You're right, Kyle. It's false.
Why is it false?
Well, we'll have to see this. I think Paulie says it. That's what I think Kyle's saying. What Paulie? I think the answer is false. So if we see Rocky say that he gets the headaches, that Rocky was wrong, then we'll change our answer. I said true as well, so I got it wrong as well. So the book answer is false.
That's correct. I'm fine with that. I'm just saying, like, just because Paulie says it doesn't mean that it's not true that Rocky gets headaches from the trains.
Well, he could. It's just they have to indicate it in the film for it to be.
Well, they did in 5.
No, Paulie said that in 5. I'm quite sure of it.
Okay,
but we see him go like this.
And that's after he got punched in the head, right?
Yeah, I think the punchy for the head. Yeah, well, what's the Rocky headaches more? The
God, why
punchy
am I conflating everything? Like, because there's so many trains all the time that I thought
there's a lot of trains.
Okay, all right.
I'm accepting the fact I'm doing poorly on this, so I'm okay with that.
Yes. Okay.
So how did Adrian die? Now he gave the actual. Sorry, Katie, you had the last. Kyle, how did Adrian die?
I put women's cancer.
It's exactly the answer.
Yeah,
women's cancer. I put Ovaltine cancer for the joke, but I know
if you say cancer, you'll get the.
Yeah,
if cancer's in that answer, you're correct. As far as I'm concerned,
she got hit by the train. Apparently. All right, here we go. What is the name of the girl that annoyed Rocky at Lucky 7?
Angie.
Yeah, that's Angie.
Yeah, he just did it twice. That's all.
Okay.
Maybe he's doing that on purpose to fuck with us. Maybe.
Yeah, right.
Yourself or something.
That's a deep cut too, because they don't. It's like only said once.
You know what's funny is I bombed this. I got 2 out of 5. Kyle, if you're taking score,
I am right now. I'm putting it in.
I couldn't remember the girl's name, so even though that I knew I don't know if it was on purpose or not. I mean, he probably just made a mistake by doing it twice in 2 different ways. But either way, that's how tests at school can work. You can be asked the same question 2 different ways.
That's true. I got 3.
What did you get?
3.
Okay, so this is
Kyle, what did you get?
I of course got all 5 this time.
Nice.
Wow. This is your movie, man.
This is great.
You did really good on 5 too, or was it Ryan? Yeah. Ryan, you did really good on 5.
I did good on 5.
Funny enough, I did well on 5. I don't know why.
I was trailing up until 5. Like 5 saved my ass.
Okay. All right. Baz says regarding this cut, hopefully cuts out all the junk with Little Marie. No, I don't think the director's cut takes out Little Marie. I think we still have her in this film. Sorry, Baz. You're not a big fan of that, Little Marie. Okay. All right. So speaking of the film, we're going to do a little bit of it right now. So we just saw the part in the film where Paulie agrees to go on the tour date with Rocky. Oh, now we're cutting to Mason. Here we go. I think you're right. I think it's just to show him going to his car to look what his car.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, go ahead. Look what his
I
car
have a
can do.
conspiracy theory as to why he's in his car.
Oh, why? I like his conspiracy
Okay,
theory.
so I think the real reason is they want to show how rich he is and how much shit he has.
Yeah.
But there's like a DVD player in his car.
It's a DVD. Yeah, he put in a disc. So the fight, what do you call it? The fight flashbacks or rehash or what do you call it? Recap is on a DVD that he's now inserting into his DVD player.
What
2006.
What kind of bullshit car is this where you have a usually they try and like dissuade you from like
for the passenger to watch
driving, I guess, but it's like it's such a tiny screen.
Yeah.
I don't know.
This was really cool in 2006, I assume.
Yeah, it's like 19. It kind of this movie's like almost 20 years old.
It's crazy to think this is almost 20 years. I know, it's weird.
And he has a whole collection of cars.
Yeah, he does well for himself. I think it's to show that he's isolated and lonely and like misunderstood, because he has this group of people that's hanging at his house, like these groupies, presumably his friends, right?
Sure.
Whether they
the
really
entourage,
but I think like he wants to escape. Like you could go to another room, but if you're in your house, someone can come in that room. Right, but it's like I guess someone can come in the car, but I think this is his way of kind of hiding out. He wants to get away from these people. Like you're almost kind of like a stranger in your own home type of thing. And like also like if you look at his mansion, it looks very like sterile and cold, and it's not like a warm, welcoming type of place.
Right.
Like I think, but his car, it's like this nice wood looking kind of interior, and it's like. His car is actually like a warmer, nicer place than his house is. So I think this is his little getaway place.
Sure.
Goes to his car if he wants to just be with his thoughts.
I feel like he also doesn't want to show them that he's concerned. Like he's feeling like it is getting to him, but he doesn't want to, he has to be macho in front of them. He can't show them that it actually is bothering him.
I just really wish you put in like a Busty Girls Part 3 in the DVD player. I think.
I also want to know. Yeah. I also want to point out how fast this car is. That 80 miles an hour is like the mid range on the speedometer.
I can't see that. I really am blind. I'm like, I can't see that. That's why
I have it on expanded screen right now. Like,
you can expand. You can full screen your.
Yeah, I have it on full screen.
Oh, okay.
All right, you're just blind.
Yeah,
I'm
you're farsighted now.
Yeah,
I've always been, or technically, I'm nearsighted.
Yeah, like usually when you're younger, if you require corrective lenses, it's because you're nearsighted. But then as you get to our age, you start losing your ability to see things up close.
I have not reached that point yet, but I just still can't see, like just regular can't see far away.
Okay.
So Katie is now representing the audio listeners of our podcast.
Yes.
Okay, so Mason, of course, is watching. I think it's more to listen to the commentary. I think is the idea of what people are saying about him, not necessarily what. Yeah. Okay. So he's watched. He basically just we just got as an audience, we just literally got to see the beginning of the film again in his car. It's kind of a weird, and I also like how the screen is horrible. It's like a horrible quality. It's like blue and white coloring. Yeah.
Okay, they do this. They do this with him, like that. I think that's what it looked like in the beginning of the film. Like it wasn't like in true color. Like it was like
normal
kind
color.
of bluish.
Oh.
Like everything about Mason is this weird, sterile, like bland.
I think you're right. It has it's like got a blueness to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they make it see like it's very like a foreign body. Like it doesn't belong there. Like he's just not right. And I think they do that on purpose. And I think the visual effects kind of underscore that a bit. But
great. I can't. Yeah, that's good.
You're
That's
right.
good.
Yeah, actually, you guys are absolutely correct. That's funny. I'm looking at it right now on my desktop. Well, it's back and forth. That's the problem. When they did the slow motion, I'm watching it right now. The slow motion parts was blue and white, but then it cuts to the normal color in real motion. It goes back and forth. So after he wins the fight, it goes to color. So when he does step out of the ring and the fans hit him with ice, that's actually normal color. But the DVD rewatch that he did was in blue and white, so it's both.
Mm.
I gotta say too about like his situation here. What it kind of reminds me of is like, if you're watching YouTube or TikTok or whatever, and people will say, I don't care about the negative comments. The comments don't bother me.
They bother me all
and
the
then
time.
they start to read these comments and respond to them. And it's like, are you telling yourself that the comments don't bother you? Because they obviously do bother you. If they didn't bother me none, you wouldn't
don't bother me
talk
none.
about it.
Don't bother me none. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thankfully, our YouTube comments, I'm surprised, but our YouTube comments at least on the Rocky channel, they've been, and the Rambo one, they've been pretty positive. We don't get thousands, but the ones that people comment on, they're usually very engaging, good comments. So there you go. I guess there's that.
And it's like our brains are biased towards the negative.
Yeah.
So it's like it's just being a human. There's nothing you can do about it. Like you can try and like reframe it and stuff, but just naturally,
it's unpleasant. It's like saying you eat something that's an unpleasant piece of food. You're not saying you don't like food. You just don't like food that tastes bad. It's normal to say this experience isn't pleasurable. So when you get a negative comment, when people say it doesn't bother, but you could say, yeah, it's fine. It didn't ruin my day. I didn't cry all night. Sure, there's levels. But when you read something negative about yourself, I can't imagine there's zero response. The fact that you have to state that it doesn't bother you tells me there's something that because you're acknowledging at least you're acknowledging the intent of the comment. By saying it's negative, you recognize this is not a good thing to say about me. And yeah, but you're not gonna stay up all night and cry about it necessarily. But you're like, oh, that kind of stuff.
But like it's interesting, we're biased towards a negative in the sense that if you take one positive comment and one negative comment, the good you feel from that positive comment is not as intense as the bad you feel from that negative comment.
Yeah.
And so it's like he can have his entourage with him and he can have people all day telling him he's the man, but it just takes that one guy.
Yeah, Gru.
It's that one person to say that, or it takes one person throwing ice on him or whatever to just like fuck him over.
Yeah, it'd be nice if Gru gave us a nice comment one day. All right. So now we're cutting. I think now we're cutting to. Oh, actually, it looks like is this another gym church combo? Oh, sorry. I thought this was Mason going to his trainers for some reason. Okay,
is this the church he got married at?
Oh, good call. Is this the director's cut or was this in the theatrical? The church shot. See, now I'm questioning everything.
I don't recall this being in the. Sorry, would you say, Kyle?
Sorry,
the line right there. Yeah, this is director's cut.
It is director's cut. I don't recall it in the theatrical either.
So for our audio listeners, we see Rocky standing outside a big, magnificent looking church, and that's why my brain was like, "Oh, this is I remember the ice skating rink, the zoo, not the zoo. What was the other one? Anyways,
his house.
His house. Yeah, that's right. Oh, this is cool. We're gonna see. He's going to talk about the church they were married in. I swear that was,
I remember when we got married at this place. And after that, I carried her all the way home. Remember that?
No, I wasn't there.
Really? Something.
You're right. Then Paulie says that was something. Yeah, that's a weird question. That's Paulie. You remember that? Was Paulie trailing behind with a video camera filming it or something? You remember when I put your sister on the bed and I laid with her for the first time after? You remember that?
First time. Come on.
Well, speaking of which, actually, it's funny that you say that, Kyle. As you guys may or may not know, I'm actually one of the moderators for the Rocky Balboa Reddit subreddit, and it's fun moderating there. I love moderating there. But one of the questions that came up actually it's a fair question, but sort of the question was Rocky a virgin when he got married? Now before I'm not saying he was or wasn't, but before you just automatically say, of course he wasn't, because I don't think he was either. But it's an interesting question because of his Catholic upbringing We don't see them really do anything per se in the film. It's assumed, of course, but it's kind of a fair question the person was asking. Like, what was Rocky's proclivity before Adrian?
Oh, okay. So the virgin thing, like they basically talk about them fucking in the first film.
Oh, geez.
Like if like you could be like, well, they didn't explicitly say they had intercourse, but it's like women weaken legs,
yeah.
No fooling around during training. Like,
well, there's not petting. You know,
he's got to get like a hand job, like he's 15 or something like that.
Yeah, he's an adult.
No, but I guess before they met is the question. Before they met.
Yeah, I got you your first woman.
Yeah, he fucked a pregnant chick.
Yeah.
Well, I know. I'm with you. You don't talk to me like it's. I'm asking you.
God, Brian. No,
you guys are always,
you bring up a good point. You bring up a good point. We don't. It's not. He's not a womanizer. I don't think he's a womanizer by any means. I don't think he gets a lot of action.
Yes. There you go. I think it's medium. Yeah, I think that point that he's not a player.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
no, I think looking enough that he's social and good looking enough that. He's no incel, right? Like I'm sure he gets laid occasionally.
I know it's because it's sort of like, again, Rocky's on a pedestal. We see him and his life may or may not have room for that, or like he's not focused on that, but we see how much he likes Adrian and he's so focused on her.
Yeah.
That and I know I know he's a character and a real person wouldn't be this way, but that he's not even interested in anybody else.
That's right. At least at that point.
You know who I think liked him in the first film? He could have had sex with, but
you're talking about that girl at the bar. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, what's with the?
I hope she won us at least. I hope she's won us at least. Yeah.
He could have taken her home if he wanted.
He might have.
He didn't want to. Though. He didn't want to.
He could have taken her in that disgusting bathroom in that bar. Too.
Yeah, man.
Like,
yeah,
she'd be down.
Or like I think he could have done it with those chicks above the bar who were like out of the window. Mm-hmm. But I think you're right. I think he was kind of like laser focused on Adrian there. He wasn't interested in those chicks, which is good. He probably would have got the clap or whatever. But
no,
because he doesn't use condominiums.
No.
So.
Well, he's used condominiums.
But to keep that was one of the comments that came up. I was like, but that's true. But he could just be referring to the since the wedding night. But no, to play devil's advocate, like
since the wedding night.
It was at the wedding.
Or was their engagement. I think the question, I can't remember if the question was before he met Adrian. That's what I'm getting at. So Yeah. So
I think only the most serious of religious people abstain from sex before marriage. Like
that was me. I was very religious growing up. But that being said, yes, just for context, guys, just for context. When I bring up comments and stuff to talk about, it's not me saying this.
I know, sorry. It's just
you guys are always reaction. Like at me, like Ryan, you're saying.
We know it's not you. It's just like a natural reaction to like be defensive about it.
Because I actually commented too, saying no, he was with other people. In fact, the biggest clue. Here's my biggest clue. Is not even the pregnant girlfriend, because you could even argue, if you want to play devil's advocate for arguments, you could argue, yeah, Paulie brought him a pregnant girl, but Rocky turned her down. You could also argue, because he doesn't say I slept with her. He says
I'm not convinced he slept with her.
Yeah, so he goes, your first girlfriend, my first girl, that sure she was pregnant though. I didn't want anything to do with her. And we don't ever see him talk about any other real relationships. And then in the film, they could have easily just made out. Some people are thrilled by makeout sessions. They could have just been on cloud nine, just making out. So I'm just saying there's arguments to say. So that being said, well, again, I was religious growing up, so that was me. But that being said, the biggest argument I think actually is Rocky when it's the most uncomfortable scene in today's view, but when he says don't go, those are the moves, so to speak, the glasses talk and stuff. He's very comfortable saying you're a beautiful woman. I recognize that you're like this, like it's too suave and smooth for his first time.
He had game. Like the
that's
way
the
he
game
went
part.
Like this,
that's
like,
right. His arms.
Yeah.
Like what's wrong with my apartment? What you don't like me? What's the deal here? That type of dialogue indicates like, hey, I've been with a woman before. What's wrong with me now? Like I don't get it.
Once you come sit down.
That's right.
So what's with the eye chick would have complained about the apartment? She would know why she's there.
Yeah. I think she just got scared. All right.
And he's 30. He's not. You were what, 19 when you got married?
I was 21, but I was 21.
I mean, that's very young. I mean, Rocky's 30.
Young. Yeah, I might have to edit out this whole thing, but yeah, let's just say I was religious growing up, and I'll just say that, and I followed my religion. But
yeah, we'll create a news show based on Rocky called 30-Year-Old Virgin.
yeah, for sure. All right, so that scene with the church is pretty cool because I don't think that wasn't.
I don't think it was either. The other thing I noticed now that you brought up I think we're shown these cutting back and forth, and how we can tell it's Rocky versus Mason is the lighting. This has like a soft yellow glow, whereas Mason has a harsh blue chroma key or whatever. You know what I mean? I'm now noticing it more.
Very well said. And before we move on to the Rocky Not a Virgin, yes, Donald actually brings up a very good point. Rocky was more comfortable in the apartment scene. He knew what to do there. No way Rocky was a virgin. So okay. Let's see if the next scene is a new place.
I just want to point out his pull-out game is on point, though.
Oh, geez. Here we
no
go.
kids.
Yeah. All the editing I got to do. Oh, man. Trains.
The train's running smooth, though. You know,
This is the first scene. This is the shadow in the door. I think that's the first in the theatrical cut, if I recall correctly. Him coming up to the pet store or whatever.
Yeah, you might be right.
Yeah.
These birds look like candy, like flying candy. Hey, bird, you want to fly me home? You need somebody to walk you home, No. It's a cold night. We need a few laughs in our life. What do you think? Maybe?
So he's remembering the pet store scenes, of course. I love how his memories of the pet store sequences are the same ones we saw in the film. Like he doesn't have any other memories of the pet store. Oh, I just got to show the memories of what the people saw.
Maybe. Okay, let's get out of here, okay?
I mean, if this doesn't draw on you as a Rocky fan, right? The whole idea.
This makes me pretty emotional watching this.
Yeah. And that's why Sly said himself, he goes, you could watch the first Rocky film and then Rocky Balboa, and it's a sequel that works. There's no timeline issues. There's nothing. And he's right about that.
There's the JM Tropical Fish.
Yes, JM Tropical Fish.
The J is kind of covered up by that flag, but
I think there is an ampersand between the J and M.
J
so
and
I
M.
I did have that in my response.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
And did you have that? There's a bunch of trash in front of it too.
Yeah, Katie's trying to take a point away from you, I think. She's Now, this is the pet shop that they worked at. I thought it was called Glorious for some reason. I don't know why.
But
I thought it was called.
No,
it's still a
always
pet.
been this.
It's also, was it always this, Kyle, or it could just be they changed the name of it and it's still a
We
pet
talked
shop?
about this in a previous episode, like we were talking about tropical fish. I remember.
Mm-hmm.
It is for sure tropical fish.
I know
I
that was the name in part 5 for sure. I swear.
Like we
it
were
was
talking
called-
about how in real life this is a pet store. That's what we
Right.
were talking about in an old episode. I
But
don't
in
know
the
if it
Rocky
was
first
in
Rocky
season 5.
film, was it never called Glorious in the first Rocky film? Was it
No,
never
I don't think it
Glorious?
was ever. I think it was with J&M. I'm gonna say it's with J&M Tropical Fish the whole time.
Okay.
And I'd bet money on it.
Okay.
Let us know in the comments, people, maybe before we stop our live stream here, if it was called Glorious. I feel like it was called Glorious, but I could be wrong. And then, yeah. But I know it's JM for sure for the 5th and 6th film. Because now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh, yeah, of course.
It is wild that this would 30 years, it's still a pet shop. Like, and it's the same pet shop. Like in real life, I don't think that would happen. But
now I believe that building is gone. Like I think it's gone now.
I'm gonna find out.
If the pet shop's gone, or if
Okay, can we pause for a sec? Sorry, you have to edit this, but I've tentatively scheduled a day with Doug.
Oh, there's no
to
way
go
to
to
as
in Philly.
And that's awesome.
The plan right now is we're going to drive around to some of these places.
I'm so jealous. You have to film it. You guys have to film it.
Yeah, I'm gonna take some pictures and some videos and stuff. Now he said that like he has like young babies or something, so like it's tentative plan, like it might fall through, but that's kind of I'm going to Philly either way.
Right.
But I'm not going to this neighborhood alone without a car.
And you're gonna go with a cop. You're gonna go with a cop.
Yeah, I know. Like, the only way I feel safe is if like we have a car, we can get out of there, and I'm like with somebody. I'm not going there by myself.
Doug's a big boy, so you'll be well taken care of.
Okay.
Yeah, I've never met Doug yet. That's great. You guys have met each other. You're going to meet Doug. You and I have met. Kyle, you've met everyone. That's
yeah.
I know. That's funny.
Yeah. I'm actually disappointed to meet in real life. Trust me, it's better just to want to meet me than to actually meet me. Never meet
Hey,
your
I had a
heroes.
nice time talking to you. You did have a
Thank you.
goatee when I met you, though.
I think I was on parental leave. That's why. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was on parental. Not in the middle. Like, yeah, I was on parental. That's funny that I had to goatee then. Yeah. Like a shave. I didn't have to shave.
Changed much from last year.
You done?
Hey, how you doing, Mick?
Sorry, it's just like sorry. It's like he's totally in his zone. He's like Paul. He's like, holy crap. He's talking to Mick. He's talking to Adrian through the door. Like it almost look. I get it. He's grieving his wife. I'm not. This is very special. This is tap into our Rocky fandom. Like he's talking to Mick because I don't think did he even talk Mick's name in 4 and 5. Even the 5, he mentioned the trainer. He just said, the man that previously owned this place.
A gentleman, yeah.
Yeah.
I think Mick was mentioned in 5, but
what was it
I don't think I think so. I'm not gonna
Plus there was the flashback with Mickey.
Yeah.
No, but the word Mick, this is funny how we don't hear it's always I don't know why I always find it jarring when he actually says the word Apollo, says the word Mick. And that's why Creed 2 was so amazing when he actually says Drago. Like these are real characters from his life. Anyway.
Yeah, like I honestly, as an individual, really relate to this. Like, I'm very nostalgic like this, and I like going to places of my past and like looking around and kind of like re-experiencing what I experienced before.
Sure.
Like, if I ever went back to London and I had time, I would go up to the old neighborhood I lived in and look around. Or sometimes I'll still go by my childhood home or something. Like, there's just I know what he's doing right now is like super relatable to me, but I also understand there's a lot of people like Polly out there too who are just like, what are we doing here?
Mm-hmm.
The sign's falling apart, Polly.
The whole world's falling apart. Look at us.
Don't talk crazy, Polly. You know, I think if you live someplace long enough, you are that place.
I ain't no talking building. Come on, it's getting late, Rocco. I get a headache from this train.
Ah, there we go. I get a headache from this train, says Paulie. we got the proof on this episode. I didn't know it was here. That's funny. So there you go. Paulie gets the headache. But you're right. We don't know if Rocky could have a headache. He never verbalizes it though. That's the key.
You know who never had a headache?
Say again.
You know who never had a headache?
Adrian.
She was DTF. Never had a headache.
Oh, I see. Yes, I know. Can you imagine?
Can relate.
Like,
Rocky that was my husband.
Like Rocky in his prime. Adrian, I'm feeling kind of randy here.
Yeah,
okay, Rocky. Okay, Rocky.
No, I think Adrian was the
instigator.
Had the higher libido in
Yeah,
probably him having a headache. He's like, I got a headache, Adrian.
That's funny.
I got a train. Get off of me.
Now. Rocky, of course, brings up a great line that we love. When you live long in a place, you become that place. But Paulie, with his quip back, I know you guys are going to have an answer for me, but I'm going to say it anyways. I don't quite get why he says, I ain't no talking building, because the building doesn't talk. You talk to the building. I don't understand why Paulie's saying that he is the talking building.
Okay, I don't get that. Ryan, could you just help me here? What did he say that in response to? I didn't follow.
Right after Rocky. Yeah, Rocky literally says, once you live, paraphrase, he says, once you live long enough in a place, you become that place. Then Paulie says, I ain't no talking building.
That's a Paulieism for saying, like, the place being a building or a group of buildings. And then Paulie's like, no.
So he's become the building that talks.
Paulie's almost like an autistic guy who's like, takes what Rocky said literally. And he's like, I'm not a building that talks. Like, Rocky
I don't.
If you I'll say my theory. You agree or disagree?
Okay.
Like, he's like, when you live in a place long enough, they're looking at a building, you become that place. And what I think Paulie's saying is, I have not become a building. I'm not no talking building.
Okay.
Like, he doesn't get, like, it shows to me at least, that he does not get what Rocky's saying. Like, that he's not relating to Rocky whatsoever.
Oh, interesting. I massively disagree. I think he does. And it's Paulie, I'm feeling like we're not giving him enough credit. He just has a way of saying things to Rocky. He is just disagreeing. Like, no, we didn't become this place. He's disagreeing.
Okay. I think, it's funny. I'm in the middle, meaning I think Paulie recognizes that he too has become this place, and he's almost embarrassed and ashamed about it. Well, I'm not a talking building. So it's his way of like Rocky's. You know how remember
Either way,
how Rocky said to Paulie in the meat factory, you really have a way of saying things that just. I think now, ironically, Rocky's now saying things that cuts Paulie deep.
That it goes both ways with their relationship. Yeah. No, I don't think he's like misunderstanding or like taking it literally. I think it's just his way of saying no.
Yeah, he's defensive about it. He's defensive. I think he's recognizing that he is becoming what Rocky says.
I think you're right, Ryan. Yeah.
What? Is this how it feels like, Brian?
No, I said I'm in the middle.
Well, I think you're right. I incorrectly said that he was like disagreeing that he wasn't. I think you were right.
Defensive.
But
you're right. But
listeners, I'm going to need you to come in. Gino, you and I often agree on things. I need you to email.
No, Gino loves you. Gino will always go on your side. He loves you.
We'll see, Gino. I need your help, buddy. I'm outnumbered. I'm outgunned here. I'm pinned down. I need some reinforcements.
Paulie's no dummy.
No, he's not. That's the thing. He's emotionally not intelligent. Simon, great point here. Simon says he sees it as Paulie saying this place isn't communicating to me on any spiritual or emotional way. He's cynical about the neighborhood. Wow, that's a very mature, very well spoken. Thank you, Simon.
He doesn't have the same nostalgia.
Yeah.
Well, he certainly doesn't. Yeah, for sure.
Remember, now we're at the apartment. Remember, Paulie, this is where I first banged your sister.
I'm so excited to go to this door.
Yeah.
I really, if I can, like if it works out in September, I really want to get a picture.
Take pictures.
Well, hopefully whoever lives there now doesn't come out and.
You know what? They can. And if they tell me to go fuck myself, I will not get mad at them.
Yeah.
I'll be like, I'm sorry. I had to do it.
Yeah, you could probably get up and down the steps pretty quickly without them.
I will buy you a cheesesteak. It'll be all good, man.
Bass
says to bring a gun. Apparently that neighborhood's not very
That's what Doug was telling me. He's like, these are pretty, he said they're pretty depressing neighborhood, but it's worth a drive-by. I think drive-by shooting. Car, I think that's the joke I made. I sent a gif of a drive-by shooting. But yeah, like I wouldn't come there at night. And I wouldn't be like just walking around alone. Like that's just asking for trouble.
Well, Rocky came at night. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so here we go.
I remember when she was standing there, all nervous and shy with this little smile. And all I wanted her to do was trust me. She did.
So that is a retcon. I don't mean that in a bad way. I think that's Sly literally writing, she was nervous and shy. All I wanted her to do was trust me. Because there's the people, I get it. 2025 eyes, you watch that scene, he bars the door with his arm, blah, blah, blah. But he was that's Sly saying to the audience, like, I just wanted her to trust me. Maybe I didn't go about the best way, 1976 eyes, or versus 2025 or 4 eyes, or 2006 eyes or whatever. I think that's what he's saying. I think he's recognizing that she was nervous, but I was just trying to get her to trust. I don't know. I could be
at the door. Like he was like, okay, this is from my recollection. See if you agree. So he's standing at that door and he's asking her to come upstairs, and she doesn't want to do it.
That's right, because remember, look, you trust his face. Did this face do any harm to you?
Yeah, so to me, that has nothing to do with like the thing that happened upstairs.
Oh, I think it's the whole intent of inviting her to the apartment. I think that was I could.
Yeah, okay, like you could say, okay, like I'm the one who probably is the most outspoken about how fucked up it was upstairs. What happened later on, but even me though, I don't think he actually had like really bad intentions.
No.
Like if Adrian kept saying like, no, I'm not into this, he's not going to like sexually assault her. I don't think like any reasonable person watching that film who knows the Rocky character would think that.
Simon did some homework for us. He said he just scanned quickly the Rocky 1 film, and there's no actual name outside that you could see of the Pet Shop period. So I think we don't see the name until part 5. Funny enough.
Ooh, we gotta go to Rocky.
Maybe I was gonna say Rocky 2. That's right. We get the Rocky 2.
Oh, that's true. Okay, yeah.
Because I swear I saw Glorious. Check out Rocky 2, Simon. But we're gonna be ending soon. Send me an email. Okay. Here we go.
You done?
No, I got the ice rink to go to still.
I remember, like, I don't know if it was in the director's commentary or where it was, but whoever was like filming or doing like the production work for that specific scene was saying how they were kind of like fanboying or kind of in awe because it's like I'm standing in a place of like cinematic history.
That's awesome.
You know,
I like that.
that's you know, like there is like a certain like reverence you like at least I do like have for locations like that. Like I like to be able to like physically touch it. Like it seems like more real to me if I can.
Yeah.
Stay in here.
Not long.
Well, I'm glad they tore this ice rink down.
Come on.
You heard me. I'm happy they tore it apart.
Okay, why are you so upset about the rink? Sorry, what's his connection to the rink?
Not necessarily the rink in general, but he's using this as the opportunity to basically say, I don't want to do this. You were nice to her. I wasn't. I'm not.
I know that comes
this.
up, but I mean, it's just I guess he'll be happy when every site that Rocky Nature was torn down.
I think it was just the opportunity came for him to say something like, that's where he gets into it. Like, this is not a fun memory for me.
Yeah, I remember watching. This is one of the teaser scenes for the movie back in 2006 before it came out. I remember being like, I really didn't like it. Like this specific moment, like I'm glad they tore it apart. Like it's almost like you treated it like I think these things are more stupid or something like that. What he says in just a second, I was like, this reminds me of like the silly idiot Paulie you see in like Rocky 3 and 4, and I don't like that version of Paulie. I like the Paulie from like Rocky 1 and 2. And I generally think the Paulie in Rocky Balboa is more like the Paulie in Rocky 1 and 2. But there's like these little flashes here where he's like the silly Paulie. I don't like it. And like it kind of made me worry about this film when I saw this teaser part. But the next part redeemed it for me. Like when you could see them, like his little vision of them on the ice rink.
First time I walked your sister across this ice, we was over there. She was nervous, but I weren't so great on the blades either.
He wasn't on blades.
I know.
Yeah, I know.
I think he's to say, thus I didn't put them on. You know, weird. You're right, but if you were to see that for the first time and you never saw the first Rocky film, you as a viewer would be like, oh, was he wearing ice skates too? That's what you'd think. But you could just argue, he just said, because I wasn't good at the blades, I didn't put them on.
and it's interesting, there is a little bit of an echo from the first film that like Rocky's trying to have this moment at the ice rink, right? Like when he's with Adrian, but you have that buffoon in the background every 2 seconds, like 4 minutes. You know what I mean? And now he's like, Paulie, talking of at least trying to be nostalgic.
That'd have been great if he was there. Hey, the ice rink's not only closed, it's not here anymore. You got 2 minutes.
Ice is stupid. People standing on ice are more stupid.
Hey, I'm a hockey fan. Stop it, Paulie.
This is where you and I. Where she was falling, and my hand grabbed her, and I got her arm through that coat. I could feel electric.
Of course, it's a beautiful moment, you know, when he touched her, you could feel electric. I wonder how he felt when he took that bra off.
Simon did say that you don't see the pet shop in Rocky 2 either.
Wow. Talk about a Mandela effect.
My mind's filling it in, you know.
That's a Mandela. That's what a Mandela effect is. If you were to put a gun to my head 20 minutes ago and say, do you see the term glorious pet shop in the films? I've been like, yeah, at some point, boom.
Yeah, as good as I think my memory is, like stuff like this happens, and I'm like, oh, damn it.
Yeah.
You said the same thing last year, Rock.
Did I? All right. I think this is the last scene. I know we're running long,
Rock,
guys.
let's go. We're done. There's no place to sit down around here.
Oh, it's all right.
It ain't all right. It's depressing and freaking cold.
What's the matter with you, Paulie?
You're living backwards, Rocco. Change the channel from yesterday. Yesterday wasn't so great.
It was to me.
Not to me. You treated her good. You had the good times. I treated her bad. I don't have to think about this.
She always loved you, Paulie.
Sorry, Rocco. I can't do this no more.
All right. So obviously a great acting scene by Bert there, the last part there.
Yeah.
You okay, Kate? You already? Yeah. No, it's a beautiful, powerful, sad, all those things. And just Burt Young's acting is just really great the way he does that. You know, I can't do this no more. The way he does his lips and everything. Yeah.
Also,
Yeah,
I just love the line, you know, change the channel from yesterday. Like
Yeah,
all
it's
these
a great
like
line.
different ways of saying stuff. Because of that light shone on Rocky's face there, you really notice the crookedness of his nose. Did he get it fixed? Because I don't think it's still that
Jerry,
crooked.
there's never been a blade on his face.
But he kept the crookedness of the nose. You know what I mean? Like now, current day Sly, is it that crooked or did he get it fixed?
I don't know.
Anyway,
It's an improvement. I don't know.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a beautiful scene. Kyle, any thoughts on that scene before we hang up?
Yeah, I have a few thoughts.
Sure, of course.
It's interesting. As a really nostalgic kind of person, I still recognize that, like, there's a little bit of truth in what Paulie said. Is like yesterday wasn't so great. Like, and I think like we do tend to look back at the past and romanticize it a bit. And in the past, indeed, could be better, but it's like maybe not as good. Like, for instance, people really, really romanticize the 90s. Not romanticize, but people like they call back the 90s as like that's where it was at. Like the 90s was awesome. In a lot of ways, it was a great decade. But it's like I wasn't super happy and everything was great in the 90s. You know what I mean? Like you're living your day-to-day life and like there's good days and bad and like you know, it isn't what you think it is. But at the same time though, I think Rocky did have something good. He did have a true loss. And Paulie didn't. And Paulie's kind of like reaping the fruits of being a prick for all those years.
Sure. Yeah.
And another thought I had when Paulie's like, I don't have to think about this. You know, being the armchair psychologist here is that like, you know, when you don't face your emotions, you don't face the bad feelings. You try to avoid them. It makes it worse. And I think Paulie, one of the main ways he avoids is through drinking. And you know he doesn't want to feel it, so he drinks, and then those feelings go away, or just says, "I don't want to think about this no more." And you run from those feelings, but they catch up to you. And I think all these decades of feelings caught up to him in that moment, and it sucked.
Yeah, I
Well
like your
said.
armchair psychology. Also, I think it was nice for us as an audience to kind of get a pseudo apology, I guess, from Paulie, or for him to recognize.
I was just gonna say that he acknowledged. Yeah, it's the character acknowledging the audience. Yeah, I was a bit of a dick brother. Yeah. All right.
What do you think, Ryan?
Nothing new really to add. I mean, I agree with you, Katie, that yeah, it was a nod to this whole movie is a nod to the audience, which is both its strength and its weakness is that everything is a callback, everything's a nod. So this is the Paulie character. So you remember that first movie you saw me in when I had the baseball bat, blah blah blah, and you know, you let a man pull your pants down, all these. So we're seeing that Paulie, right? We're seeing him here, and he's recognizing I wasn't the greatest brother if you don't count where I was a good brother in the other film. So it's tough, it's weird. So it really kind of like Kyle was saying, it calls. I think Kyle, you brought this up. This is the version of the Paulie from the first film. That's the only real, because he was more the comedic bumbling brother in the other films. He wasn't that bad of a brother. So it's weird that in this film, he's sort of saying I was a bad brother. Like I thought you guys were getting, other than maybe losing the fortune in part 5, but you get what I'm saying. Like, it seems weird that.
Yeah, he was a total prick in the first film.
The first film. That's what I mean. That's why Sly has said this is a true sequel to. That's why this film is both good and bad. And this can be our discussions about this season. I don't want to drag this episode out anymore, but that's kind of the discussion is it's a true sequel to part 1, but is it a true sequel to part 5? It's hard. It's weird.
Yeah. See, as someone who really likes the first film and as someone who like actually kind of disagrees with the idea of there being sequels to the Rocky film,
this is your
and
perfect
as
film,
someone who's nostalgic like myself, Rocky Balboa really appeals to me.
Yeah.
But I think if you're not like that, I could definitely see how it wouldn't.
I'm a little bit
And I
torn
think
because I like the whole
as a
journey.
nostalgic person, it flirts with disaster.
Yeah.
Like when I see little Marie there, I'm like, oh, are you gotta be shitting me? Like, what are we doing here? You know, and I think that the actress, I think, saves that. I really like the actress who played her. I think if you had a different actress play that, it could have ruined that film. Like he really kind of goes right to the edge for me in terms of nostalgia. And I'm a nostalgic person.
I gotta say this before we close. I'm sorry, I know we're getting long, but a reverse scene could have been a scene with that little Marie, because everyone was afraid they were going to hook up, right? Everyone was afraid they're going to hook up. So there should have been like an alternate scene where they're going to hook up. They are going to hook up, and they're in Rocky's apartment. Rocky says, "Can you put on these glasses?
Can you put this hat?
Can you put on this hat?" So he dresses her up like Agent. Sorry. Okay, it's so stupid. All right, we gotta close.
Okay, I have one alternate one. Okay, so
please.
She's hitting on him. And then, like in Vegas, and then they're about to go up to his hotel room. And then she's like, "Can I come in?" And then he's like, "Screw you, creepo." And he closes the door like it's his revenge.
30 years later.
30 years to do that to you.
Oh, that's funny.
I did all that bonding with your son just for this moment.
Yeah,
that's right. All right. Okay, guys, this is an amazing episode. Lots of stuff. I love it. Send us voicemails, send us emails, Facebook comments or messages or YouTube comments. All of it's great. We love the fan interaction. It really does make the show go longer, which is great because episode 40, so we're going to go to episode 40 this season. But Kyle, this episode is over.
I didn't hear no bell.